Good evening. Today I will be the negative on today's debate topic, which is the response to the topic of the United States federal government should incrementally raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour by 2025. I don't have a problem with any of the terms that the affirmative has said, so I will go ahead and start debating this topic. Um, for the first contention, which is the harms, the first argument the affirmative made is because the minimum wage is $7.25, it often leads to homelessness, and homelessness is bad because a lot of people die in America because of it. I don't have anything to say to this argument because the minimum wage of $7.25 does lead to homelessness because with that amount of money, it is not enough to support oneself. And it can also lead to unemployment as well. And um, and then the second argument that the affirmative made is that the minimum wage forces parents to work more, which leads to rise in crime rates. And I also don't have any problems with this argument because parents do need to support their families and to be there for their kids. And and then also it can also be bad because parents need jobs that make a good amount of money and to support their kids and to make sure that their needs are met and that they're fully supported. So I don't really have anything to say about that argument. The last argument the affirmative made is that the minimum wage causes obesity and death. I do have something to say about this argument. People can have a choice of what they would like to buy and what they want to eat. So, not everyone can afford to buy organic or healthy foods. And according to Investopedia, a disadvantage of increasing the minimum wage is a consequence of businesses increasing prices, thus fueling inflation. And this is bad because products and services can go up and they can be expensive. And then the next contention is contention two, inherency. For the affirmative's inherency argument on why the plan hasn't passed is because the majority of Congress members and President of the United States happens to be in the pockets of big business, and big business does not want to raise the minimum wage. I don't have anything to say to the affirmative's inherency. It's straightforward, so I'll leave that alone. And then the next contention is contention three, the affirmative's plan, which is the United States federal government will incrementally raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour by 2025. And the affirmative's plan is straightforward, so I also don't have anything to say about that. Next is the affirmative's enforcement, which is the Department of Labor, so that is also straightforward, and I don't have anything to say about that. And then next is the affirmative's funding, and it is the minimum wage found by business. So I don't have anything to say about that because it's funding by the business. So there's not much to say about that. And then contention four, which is the next contention, is solvency. And the first argument that solves the plan that the affirmative made is that to solve homelessness is by giving people more capital. And in their UC Berkeley study, they said that minimum wage was lowered household poverty by 10%. I do have something to say about this because this is bad because even though increasing capital can be good, it can also be bad because it can cause excess materialism, and that's a bad thing because it can also increase consumer debt. The second argument the affirmative made was to solve for crime and that parents can spend more time at home than at work. I do have something to say about this argument as well. Increasing the minimum wage can cause unemployment, and according to the website Pacific Research Institute, states that the minimum wage increase could drive many small businesses into bankruptcy and that many businesses would need to lay off workers if the current minimum wage increase proposal were implemented. And also, according to a minimum wage study, raising the minimum wage to $15 an hour hurts lower skilled workers. And that's bad because lower skilled earnings can drop and employment for higher skilled workers can increase instead. And the last argument the affirmative made was to solve for obesity by increasing the amount of cash people have in their pockets. And according to their study, it decreases obesity because people can buy healthier foods. One thing that I do want to say about that is people can decide what they want to do with their life, and instead of buying healthy foods, people can exercise, or they can do any other like outdoor physical activity that they like to do, because not everyone can afford to buy organic or healthy food. And some people also may spend their money on something else besides healthier food, because people have different interests. And this is sort of a good thing because people can buy other essential things that they need for themselves. And that concludes my speech as the negative in response to the affirmatives topic. Thank you.